right, cool. So we've got Drewies in town. I got partners, not students. So what happens within my program is we've got individuals that come on board. We get them into properties, we get them into deals. Coincidentally, that was his property that we did together. But as part of the program, what we do is they have the opportunity to come out into the field, get hands-on training. So we're just going over tips and different things and how we kind of move with contractors, how we deal with different issues, things we can't discuss on the phone. So we're going over things like rotted window seals. We're going over things about how we handle different depths of drywalls and just, what to look out for when we're kind of looking through property. So we're kind of going through that each step by step. We'll dive into this one right here, which is trees, of how to deal with these trees and how to deal with them in relation to our property, right? So the very first thing I think of when I walk the initial property and I'm looking at trees, tree removal, tree trimming, is the first thing I want to deal with is trees that are touching my house. If they're touching the house, that means they're rubbing up against the house and they're either destroying the side of the house or the shingles or my gutters or drains, right? Or they're a potential hazard to falling on my house, which is an issue that we're gonna have later, right? So the biggest issue with these trees right here, we have a few branches that are on the trees, no problem, we're gonna cut that off. But if you look at this one right here, there's not one leaf on this tree. Another indication that a tree is dying or dead is bark off the tree, right? If bark's not holding onto the tree, that's a good sign that that's dead.
Tons of termite damage right at the base.
That would be another, that would be another indication of a tree. So now this tree is leaning this way on an empty lot, right? So it's about $800 to chop this tree down. What do you think, based on three elements: potential damage it could cause to your house, liability, maybe later on, and the cost of doing it? If you're analyzing whether you're taking this tree down or not, and you're keeping this property, are you taking this tree down or are you leaving it here?
Leaving it in place. It's not going to fall on your house or anyone else's house.
It's an empty lot, right?
Big bunch of grass.
Number one, but the reason why I already concluded that same thing, what re-emphasized that for me, is that if you look at that pole right there, that's our property line. That property line is about, I only got really like 15% of this tree is mine. So whoever decides to build on this lot, I let them have the tree trim job. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes, this is Chris right here, this is another partner, right? So Chris is out here too. He actually lives local, so he gets the biggest benefit of everybody. He gets to tag along. He will not leave me alone. This man is out here every day, so teaching him project management in a major way. So yeah, you got tree trimming. That's what I would do here for this one right here. These ones right here, they're pretty healthy trees. They're not even close to my property. This one right here, I'll just trim back. If I had this house for $15,000 cheaper, I may go ahead and just take care of the future and chop these trees down and do add-ons like a concrete pad for my renters or for the future buyer if I have in the budget. Also, if you look at this concrete going down the side of the house, I would probably remove all this concrete and just redo concrete along the side just for the health of it. But what I may do is shave that down, prevent from a tripping hazard.
Just grind the part that's broken and
Yep. So you don't have a tripping hazard. But technically, you're not really gonna walk from the front to the back. They're either gonna park in the back and walk into the house, or they're gonna park in the front and walk in the house. So there's really no need for them to be walking back and forth here. And there's no fence here preventing them from walking around it. So liability-wise, I think I'm okay. Fingers crossed. I'll let you know if anything happens. We've got massive overgrown trees here in the back. It's more our problem than anyone else's problem. So if I'm looking at debris and trees and we're having that conversation, obviously we're trimming this one back. If I'm gonna pay somebody, I wanna go ahead and have them cut some of this back, because if that falls on someone's car, they're gonna call me. It's just what it's gonna be, they're gonna call me. So I'm gonna trim that back so it doesn't fall on their car. I'm gonna kill this, and then once it dies, then at that point the suckers will start to let go of whatever they're on, and then we can pull them all down. So if you start that at the beginning of your project, when I'm thinking landscape, I'm thinking a few things. I'm thinking how long I'm gonna be in the project. So like in the front, you see we have these patches with no grass. So obviously if I'm gonna be in this project for longer than 3 weeks or so, we're in the middle of summer, grass is gonna grow so fast, I can just kill some seed down. Versus if it was a flip and we had to tear the roof off, I can't put seed down, I can't do anything. The guy that's doing the roof may be a week or so out, which is cool because on the roof, you're not messing with the timing of the inside, right? But the timetable now for being able to put grass on in California, in Texas, and other places where it's not as humid and friendly with water. They don't even have sprinkler systems out here, and it's just growing, you know what I mean? So when I have a conflicted issue with tearing off my roof or putting in windows, and they're gonna be walking all over that grass, now we have an issue with the sale where we may have to put siding on it. So you gotta think about that. Like if we're gonna flip a house and we're gonna have a roof and we're gonna do windows and there's no grass, I'm probably gonna budget for sod. Especially if I'm in a price point over 200 something thousand, that's gonna give me that fresh curb appeal anyway. Because I'm not gonna even mess around with baby grass. I want that sharp, crisp, dark green grass. Make sense?
And that's the last thing you do.
That's
right
the last thing. Everybody's gone.
Any bushes or whatever, like little.
Exactly. In that case, landscape is the last thing I'm gonna do, because not only am I gonna get the fresh green landscape, I'm gonna get rid of all this trash, debris. And it's gonna be a fresh, clean look, curb appeal, and I'm out of there.
So for this, since it's growing on the utility, is this the type of thing that you can call actually the electrical company and they'll actually, it's their problem, or is it yours?
It's their problem, but they don't care about my timetable on my sale, right? So if I'm flipping a house and I'm in and out in 30 days, they're not gonna call them up and they'll be like, yeah, we're on our way, bud. When's your sale? When you need that curb appeal? Like, nah. They're gonna be straight up like, I know, everyone here knows that that's their problem, but it's my problem because I'm trying to sell the house. So you could do one or two things. You could just cut it all the way back to the pole and then let that do its thing, or you could just take care of it.
Or if you're in California, this counts as a crop and you get tax breaks.
There you go.
Fresh grapes every day.
There you go.